Hi, I'm Amber, owner of So Simple Quilt Shop, and we are excited to do our first YouTube video today. Our YouTube video is going to be on our Saturday sampler blocks. We're going to do 12 of them. This is the first one in the series. Our blocks are a combination of applique and pieced, and today we're going to be showing how to do the applique portion for those that might need a little help with that. So this is our piece portion of our block. We have a pinwheel in the center and then blocks around the outside edge to make the piece portion of our block. The center of this is a pinwheel block, and most of you know that in most books it tells you to add 7/8 of an inch, and I don't like doing 7/8 of an inch because it gives you no room to square up. So if I'm going to do a 2-inch finished block, I will cut a 3-inch block, and after I've done my half square triangle portion of the sewing, and when I open it up I have a little room to square up. So in your directions it's going to have you cut some 4-inch blocks. You're going to be cutting one of the red and one of the background color. You're going to place them right sides together. You're going to draw a line and you're going to sew on each line. Once you've done that, you're going to cut down that line with your rotary cutter or your scissors, it doesn't matter. You're going to open that up and press to the dark, which would be your red side. Once you've done that, you have your block, and then at this time you're going to take and square up it to a 3.5 inch block. Once you've done that, you're going to place your blocks together in 4 of them together to make your pinwheel center. After you've done that portion, then you're going to have some 3.5 inch squares and some 3.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles. You're going to place those on the outside edges, sewing those around your block then to make the outside of your block. Then you will have a 12.5 inch block at that point. If you don't, you need to square it up. And before you begin sewing, you should always check your 1/4 of an inch seam to make sure you have an accurate 1/4 of an inch seam. Lots of times I like to use a scant portion, a scant 1/4 of an inch seam, so I have a little room to square up. Then the next thing in your kit, you're going to have this template. This is going to be your applique template. So what you're going to want to do is use a fusible, and I use Heat and Bond Light, Feather Light, or Wonder Under, whatever you prefer. You're going to be placing that on top, and once you do, you can see the lines beneath your paper. And you're going to draw around that. Because I want my blocks to be very accurate, I'm going to use a ruler to place on top, and I'm going to draw all the way around my block so that I get some pretty exact lines. And so you are going to be doing this, you're going to do it 4 times. And I'm just going to do this by hand now just to make it a little bit faster. You're going to make 4 of these templates, and one will be each corner of your block. And as you can see, I'm not very good drawing straight, so that's the reason why I use my ruler. So once you get done though, you're going to have a template that you have drawn on the paper side of your fusible. This side is fusible, you can see it's slick, this side is paper. Then from there you're going to take that and you're going to iron it onto the back side of your red. So you're going to take that, iron it on, following the directions on whatever type of fusible you use, and then it's going to be fused onto the back. Then at that point you're going to take and you're going to cut them out. So you're going to have 4 units that are going to look like this. Once you've got them cut out, you're going to take and peel off the paper portion, and it's usually pretty easy to get off here, but of course I would have a little bit of trouble. There you go. It's going to peel right off, and then you can see you have a shiny aspect to the back side of your block. You're going to need to do that on all 4 of those, and then you're going to take your block over to your ironing board. You're going to take your template or the piece that you've cut out. You're going to lay it on top to where you're matching around your block to where your points are just coming up to your red or your tan, and where it's just right on the corner of your block. Once you've got it in place, then you're going to press it in place with your iron. You need to hold it on for just a few seconds until it adheres to your fabric. And once you've done that, you have your first corner of your block on. Then you can take it over to your machine and you're going to begin the applique portion. I'm going to be appliquing in white thread today. Normally I would use thread to match my color of my block so you wouldn't see it, but I am going to be using white so you can see the applique portion. So I've got my machine set up, and before I began I did a sample block to see which applique I would like to use. You can use your blanket stitch or your zigzag stitch. I like the blanket stitch, and there's several different sizes, so pick one that you like, and then you're going to line up your block here. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm going the right way. I'm going to do this on a little sample piece because I want to make sure I'm going the right way on my block. I'm just going to sew along here real quick. Okay, that let me know which way it's going to go, so I'm going to want to go this way. So now you're just going to sew around your block using your applique stitch, or in my case I'm using the blanket stitch. So when I get to the corner, I'm going to rotate around and come along my other edge. One of the nice things about this machine is it has a beginning button, so once I get to this corner, on a lot of machines you get a back stitch, but on this one I'm going to hit my B button and it's going to start over from the very beginning, so I don't get any extra stitches that are coming off the back side of my stitching here. I'm going to continue on around. Almost to the end. I'm just going to go around the corner, and then once you've done this, you're going to continue to do this on all four corners, and when you're done, then you will have the applique portion of your block done, and you will be done with your block. And what this does is saves you from having to do as many half square triangles as you would normally do. And so that's what we've done on each of our blocks, is tried to piece the simplest part of the block and then applique what we would consider the harder part. And it's a good introductory to applique. So you have your corner appliqued on. You would take all four corners and you would fuse them on, just as I did the first one. And I should have another one here somewhere. Maybe I've dropped it. Well, anyway, oh, here it is. Go around the corner, so you're going to put all four of them on, and then when you're done, and this is the blue color, and I haven't done the last one, once you fused it on, you have your pieced and applique block done for your first block on your Saturday sampler. We're going to show you the two blocks now that are finished and completed in our quilt, and let you see what they look like. You're going to look at the blue one, and then we're going to scan over and take a look at the red one. So if you have any questions, of course you can call the shop, and we'd love to have you come visit us here at So Simple Quilt Shop in Ozark, Missouri. You can visit us on the web at SoSimpleQuilts.com, or give us a call. We are in Ozark, Missouri behind Lambert's Cafe. Thank you, and have a great day.